Hey guys, what's going on? Brofessor here, and today we're back with the fourth installment of the top 10 best LEGO Star Wars sets. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 best LEGO Star Wars sets from the year 2002. So this is actually the first year that I personally have some of the sets, and all the ones that I have from this year are actually included in this list. They're not all super high though, so I'm not being totally biased picking just sets that I do have. But I do think that this is probably where LEGO Star Wars did start to pick up in terms of, I think this is probably one of the better years, and it does, the theme starts to really progress after this year. So from now, onward, it's actually going to start getting really tough for me personally to pick my top 10 sets. So yeah, this was really the first year that I kind of struggled narrowing down the ones that are kind of lower on the list and deciding which ones to leave out, and then also which ones to put at the top. But with that all out of the way, if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to go down there, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about the top 10 sets from 2002, what I picked, and what you think the top 10 sets should be. And so we will now jump straight into it at number 10. So I put set number 7113, the Tusken Raider Encounter. This one sold for only $10, has the 93 pieces. I think this is like a nice little, almost similar to like what a battle pack would be today. Obviously this wouldn't be released as a battle pack, but I think this is a nice small set that gets the job done. You get a cool looking Anakin minifigure. Obviously in 2002 the minifigures weren't super like detailed or anything, so the face is kind of bland hairpiece. Obviously they would have many more to choose from today. But I think the speeder design is really nice. You do get the speeder, the three minifigs you see, and then in the back, that little build back there, it's actually called, it's a moisture vaporator, I believe, or evaporator. I don't exactly know what it's called, but it's like one of those things that you see on Tatooine, so that is also included in this set. But I do like the addition of the two Tusken Raiders alongside it. So overall, I do think that this is a nice, cheap set, and so that's why I put this one down at number 10. So number 9, I put set number 7103, the Jedi Duel set. This one also sold for $10. This one only, however, included the 82 pieces. So this set is one of the ones that I do actually have, although I'm missing that little build in the back. I only have the Count Dooku speeder part. But this is, I believe at least, the first set that Count Dooku appeared in. And considering it's 2002, you can kind of see there, I really like the way that they did execute his face, and probably the best part about this set is Count Dooku's curved lightsaber hilt. I think that was a really good introduction with that, and I think without that curved lightsaber hilt, this set would definitely not be anywhere near as good as it is. Obviously, that's not the only thing that makes this a good set. That little thing in the back that I was talking about earlier that I personally don't have, I think that's kind of a waste. But I do really like the Yoda minifigure. The head looks kind of awkward compared to the ones of today. But you do get the chrome lightsaber hilts, as they used to be back in the day. They don't make those anymore because the chrome tends to chip a lot. But yeah, Yoda here with the short legs, actually the first Star Wars character. And I'm not sure if the first LEGO character in general, but I do know definitely first LEGO Star Wars character that came with the short legs. So that was also something really cool. Count Dooku's cape is nice, and the speeder design overall is really good. So I just really like this set, and that's why I put this one at number 9. So number 8, I put set number 7119, the Twin Pod Cloud Car. This, once again, another $10 set. This one came with 118 pieces. I'm not super fond of these $10 sets. Obviously, they're lower on the list. I'm not really going to put these too high, but I mean, they get the job done. This one, personally, I really do like the design and like the idea of the cloud car. The only thing that I don't quite like about it is just the shape of the car itself just isn't quite right. As I keep saying, older sets, 2002, they didn't have the same pieces, so it's not going to get the exact curvature, but it doesn't really look as round as I would have liked to see it. They haven't made one of these on its own in a while, or they may not have even ever made another one of these alone. There was one included in the most recent Master Builder set I think it's Betrayal at Cloud City, I think is the official name of that set. But yeah, so this is really nice. The only other thing is, it is made in red, and in the movies it's more of like an orangey color. So, I mean, other than that, I really do like this set. It's a nice, quick, cheap $10 set that really gets the job done. And so that's why I put that one at number 8. And so at number 7, I put actually the UCS Special Naboo Starfighter. This was set number 10026. This sold for $40 with only 187 pieces. This is actually the cheapest UCS build to date. Obviously, you won't be able to find it anywhere for $40 in today's money. But back then, this was $40, but it did only come with 187 pieces. I do think one of the reasons that it was so expensive was because of all the like silver pieces that you see there. Those were all chrome. And so while it may seem like a really good idea, like I said earlier, the chrome tends to chip a lot. And also with this set, the stickers peel very badly. I don't personally have this set, but I do know some people that do. And not that it's a bad set, I really do think that the model itself is a very good Naboo Starfighter. Like, this almost looks exactly like the ones that you could see this probably something very similar, at least released today, maybe just in a larger scale. This was definitely an improvement on the first one that they made back in 1999. But I do think just the price point for the amount of pieces that you get and, you know, the chrome chipping off, that's why this one is lower on the list. So moving on to number 6 is set number 7194. This is the Yoda, not really like a bust, I guess you would say. It's kind of like a full-scale model, but Yoda's kind of small. So I don't really know what to call this one. But this one was $100. It came with 1,075 pieces. So similar to the Darth Maul bust of last year's sets, I really do like the whole concept of kind of like making a character out of Lego. I really do like that. I like all Lego builds, like if they include a creature or something. Obviously it is cool to get like molded stuff like that, but I really do like being able to just build it out of the Lego bricks itself. But as you can see, this one is probably even worse than the Darth Maul in terms of just like how not smooth it looks. I don't really know the word for it, but it's just not smooth, and that's honestly why this one's lower. If there was something similar to this that was released today that just looked more refined, this would probably definitely be up there in terms of my favorite sets. But because of just how unrefined it looks, that's why this one is down at number 6. But moving on to number 5, we have set number 7143, the Jedi Starfighter, for $20 with 139 pieces. So while it doesn't specify in the title, this was actually Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter that appeared in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. You can see him in there. The hairpiece they used for Obi-Wan was kind of weird at the time. Like I said earlier, they just didn't have the same kind of pieces back then, so they had to settle with the pieces that they had. But that is probably one of the only really things that I don't like about this set. It is only $20, so I didn't want to put this one too high up because it is a smaller set, and even though I do really like it, I just thought that I generally think that most of the larger sets are just better in general. But I think this one does really nicely. It doesn't actually include the entire astromech droid, which is unfortunate. You can just kind of see that it includes like the astromech head, almost like an R2-D2 head, but it doesn't include the entire one. But yeah, other than the Obi-Wan hairpiece, the only other thing that I'd probably complain about this is the set is a little flat, as you can see. Like most of the Jedi Starfighters today have some they just have like another dimension. I don't know. This one is just a little too flat for me. But overall, this is a really nice set, and that's why I put this one at number 5. So number 4, I chose set number 7133, the Bounty Hunter Pursuit. This one sold for $30 and came with 259 pieces. So I am kind of biased in general in terms of the sets that came from Episode 2. It's probably one of my favorites, which is very awkward because most people hate the prequels in general, and Episode 2 usually isn't one of their favorites. But I obviously, like I said, really like that movie, and this scene is one that I also really like, with Zam and Obi-Wan and Anakin with the like speeder chase thing, and I really liked how they executed the two speeders. The only weird thing is, I think on like the Obi-Wan speeder, the like engines or whatever that is in the front, I thought that that was closed off in the movies, so it does look kind of weird exposed like that. But overall, I really like the set. Zam's speeder looks absolutely amazing. The color scheme's a little off. They have like lighter green, and I feel like it was mostly darker green. I haven't seen the movie in a quick minute, so it's been a little while. But the cockpit piece for Zam's speeder is also really nice. You can see it's on that little like hinge there, and the minifigure selection is great, and that's why I put this one at number 4. So jumping in at number 3, I chose set number 7153. Jango Fett's Slave One, and this is the second of 3 sets on this list that I personally have. I have not opened this one, though. I actually have a sealed version of Jango Fett's Slave One. It's in pretty rough condition, but that is definitely a set that I really like having, because this is actually the only Jango Fett's Slave One that has ever been released, sadly. Every other Slave One has been based on the Boba Fett version from the original trilogy, which is unfortunate. Because I didn't mention it yet, I don't think, but this one sold for $50, 360 pieces, so this is a pretty small model, but it is definitely one that is sought after. For the time, this was really good. The overall, like, shape and everything, they got all the curves right. Like, the early Slave One, the very first Slave One that was released, the Boba Fett Slave One was super small, and it did not look great. I put that on one of my earlier top 10 videos, and this is definitely an improvement on that. I also personally just prefer like the blue and kind of like darker gray color scheme, as opposed to the like kind of darker green and like the maroon red color scheme of the original trilogy Slave One. So this one is honestly just personal opinion, but I really like the set overall, and the minifigures that were included were great. The Jango Fett minifigure, and then the like kid Boba Fett, who also came with short legs, actually. So now that I think about it, that's another short leg minifigure from the LEGO Star Wars line. And those minifigures are ones that are very sought after. And that is why I put this one at number 3. Moving on to number 2 is set number 7163, the Republic Gunship. This is the final set that I do have that I put on this list. This one sold for $90 with 693 pieces, and I think that this is a very good Republic gunship to start off with. Like, this was the very first Republic gunship that was ever released, and it came with a great selection of minifigures, and the model itself is amazing. For the most part, the actual like design of the Republic gunship hasn't changed very much, and I think that's because they really nailed it with the way that they designed this original one. There's only a couple things that I don't quite like. The super battle droids, the original ones, are this kind of like weird light blue, like the shiny light blue as you can see down there, which is not very accurate at all. They're more like the kind of darker gray blue color that they're made in today. And then the droideka that you can see there is a very rough droideka. It does not look great. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of things that I don't like with this set. Overall, this is an amazing set. You get the actual 4 clone troopers. You can see 2 flying the ship. There's one actually in that turret there that's kind of being blocked, and then there's one in the bottom right. And then you also get Jedi Bob, which was very interesting. He never appeared in the movies, at least not to my knowledge, but he is included in this set. And I believe it's the only set that he was ever included in. So a very rare minifigure to boot with this set. So that is why I put this one at number 2. And so finally, jumping into number 1 for the top 10 best sets from the year of 2002 in LEGO Star Wars is the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, set number 10030. This one sold for $270 with 3,096 pieces. And now this picture here that I'm showing you does not even tell you how large this is. I'm going to shout out once again Coconut Brick Studios. He actually did a review on this set. He has it personally, and it is a behemoth. It is just absolutely massive, but with the 3,096 pieces, in 2002, they did an amazing job in terms of detail. Even going as far as you can see down there and towards the bottom right, they included a mini Tantive 4 to simulate that scene from the movie. This is just an absolutely amazing set. The detail is spot on Obviously, the only thing is, it is an expensive set, and especially if you wanted to get it today, it'd be extremely expensive, but you're definitely getting your money's worth. This is just an absolutely amazing set, very large scale, and very detailed. Probably the best UCS set up to this point, and that is why I put this one at number 1. So guys, that will be it for this video. Don't forget to come back next Friday. I'll be doing the top 10 best LEGO Star Wars sets of 2003. And if you didn't do it in the beginning of the video, don't forget to go down, hit that like button if you enjoyed. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about my selections for the top 10 sets from this year, and what your guys' selections would be. And with that all out of the way, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.